Hi, and welcome to Excel VBA data entry form with search and update function. Let me show you guys how this works. Right here, let's start with the spin button. We can navigate using the spin button. Okay, we can print if we intend to do that. Click on print. I've selected the digital one. I'm going to save it straight on my desktop, and there we go. That's my PDF format because I don't have a printer on my system. Just close that, and we can decide to enter new data or even search. Let's search for any data in here. Let's look for let's look for 7 2 3 4 and search for that particular customer. Or there we go. That's it. Tommy Lee Jones. Okay, and let's search for someone else. Let's just go for maybe 1900D. Hit the search button. There we go. That's Larry Roy. Okay, we can exit if we want, which I don't intend to now, and we can even reset. So let's reset. Or before we reset, let me show you guys one thing. If I double click on any of this, let's double click on dynamic enter. There we go. Dynamic enter, we should be able to spot that right here. Look at it. Dynamic enter is officially selected on your worksheet. Or let's double click on any other one. Let's say 14.2. That's 14 Johnny there. Okay, let's select Paul Parker. There we go. That's Paul Parker. Tony Park. Okay, and let's see Tony Montana, and so on. That's how the double clicking of the list box works. Now let's reset. Click on reset. You see the reset actually wipe out all of the information there, wiped out all of the selection. We can now come in here. Let's enter new reference number. I'm just going to call that 7799, and the name is Danny. There's a Danny boy. Okay, address, let's call that Johnson Main Road. Right, telephone number, date, registration date, and form of identification, annual member. Okay, then, and postcode. There, all we just need to do is to click on add. There, it's added it right away. I can spot it right there. Look, that is it, and it's also added Danny boy straight onto my system here. If we double click there, so this is just an overview of my Excel data entry form with a search and update function. Okay guys, let us go straight into Excel and start a completely new tutorial. So I'm going to exit out, yes, and close all of these. Now I have a new sheet here that I've never used. Okay, for those of you who might be new to Excel development environment using user form, the first thing you need to do is you need a data. I have a link to this data on YouTube anyway, just the raw data, so that you can practice. Now what you need to do is to make sure you have your developer tab. If you don't have your developer tab, right up here on the menu, all you need to do is to go to file, select options. Right inside the options, come straight to where we have customize ribbon. Select that, you need your developers tab. You should be able to see it right here. If you can't see, just search for it here, but it's always here anyway. Once you have the popular command, make sure the developer tab is checked and just click on OK. There, once you click on OK, your developer tab should be displayed up there. Now, if your system will be something like this, click on developer tab, and the next thing you want to do is to select the Visual Basic menu here. Click on that. Okay, now the next thing is, you see the insert. Click on the insert and you select user form, and this is your user form. I'd like you to change the size. Let's go for the width. Remove this up so that you can see what I'm about to do, and in here I'm going to change my own width to 1044. Let's make it, okay, let's say 44 there, and that is my width right there, 1044. Then the height, I'm going to come in here, I'm going to change the height to about, let's say 780 there. Now the background, let's come in here. You see where we have the background? I'm going to change that background to something a little bit greenish. Let's say about this. Yeah, that looks a bit darker. Now we go straight up here. Make sure your form is selected because you need your toolbox. If your toolbox is not there, that's it right here. Just click on toolbox. I'm now going to select frame. The first frame I'm going to put down here, drag another frame, and okay, I'm going to need one up here, and there's going to be one in the middle here. Just about that. Those are all the frames I intend to use, and these frames I will then change the color. Let's change the background color of these two. So hold on to the control, select, and go straight to the background here. I just want to select something a little bit lighter for the background of those frames there. I'm just going to pick on that. That's good enough for me. Right, and the other thing I will do is just get rid of the text content here. You see where we have frame? I want to make sure it's selected. I'm just gonna try and delete that. So that is it right there. You see the caption. Click, get rid of that, and this as well, and the last one here. There we go. Now on this very first frame up there, I'm going to add as follows. I need 4 labels there. So let's go back to my toolbox, grab one label, drop it there. Then I also need a text box, so I'm just going to enhance those and use them to populate the rest of the frame. This label, I'm going to change the size of that to 16 bold. I'm not just going to bother change the font type. So the text box, that will be bold 14. There we go. And I'll just populate it. Just use this tool to populate my frame. Hold on to your control, click and drag. Let's keep going, and one more here. Okay, and I also need about, I'm gonna need 3 somewhere here. Yeah, and I'll need another 3 here, and I'll have a label here somewhere. That label, I'm gonna call that mine. Let's just copy one label. I'll use that for date. Alright, so we need to just drag this that much. Let's see. Yeah, all the way. Okay, now that that is done, let's name all of those components. This one is going to be known as reference number, and this is going to be, okay, let's name this one. Oh, there's no room for that, so let's move all of this here so that we have enough room for our reference number and the others. Yeah, that's more like it. And the next, oh, this one first, so that should be txt reference number. So I'm just going to call this txt ref. There. The next one is going to be first name. So we'll come to the caption, change that to first name, and the text beside it is going to be txt first name, surname, text box txt surname. There we go. And this last one, that's going to be my address, so let's just drag it some up to there, and this is going to be address, so come right here and change that to address. There we go, guys. So I'm going to repeat the same thing for the rest. And oh, this one, let's just change this. So I'm going to change this to combo box. Where's combo box? Yeah, change that to combo box, because that's going to be for proof of ID. Yeah. And what else? And these other two here, I'm going to delete those and just copy these across. 1 and 2. Okay, I'll just speed up the development of this framework and get back to you guys. Okay, so let's speed that up. All I'm just doing is giving them a name. Okay, this is going to be let's say that is telephone, and so on. All right. Okay, I've finished just the design of this very first frame there. So this other one here, let's add a list box. So click on the list box and just drag it all the way. Yep, that's fine. And I'm going to give it a name and just call it LST display. There we go. Okay, so let's move this down a little bit. Come right down here, move this as well. And I'm going to add some buttons here anyway. So I think I'm going to need about, so let's go for 7. Yeah, there's going to be 1 here. And let's see, maybe set to for about 26. I'm going to make the height 26. Right. And the width, I'm going to make that maybe, yeah, let's go for 100 as the width there. Suppose you guys can see that. Let's see, move it up a little bit more. Yeah, about 100. Yeah, that's fine. So the font, I'm going to make that 14 bold, and this very first one, that is going to be my, let's just call that CMD add data. Yeah, and the text content on it is going to be add new. So I'm going to copy this, hold on to your control, click and drag, copy. The next one, this is going to be print, and the name CMD print. Now I need, let's go straight in here. Where is that? Where is it? Yeah, there we go. My toolbox here. You see, I need this, the spin button. I'm going to drag that, and that's going to be about 100 as well. 100, and let's make it 26 and see how that's going to look like. Okay, that's my spin button. I need a couple of these. One here, that's going to be update, reset. Let's call that update here. And this very one, I'm going to call that reset. Then let's have two more. 1, 2, yeah. So, okay, this one will be delete. This will be known as search, and one more. So with the search, I'm going to have a text here that just called, let's add a text box in there. Let's copy this, come right down here. This will be exit, and move this here, that's beside exit, change that to exit. Right, there's going to be a text box. Let's copy a text box, paste it right in here. That's going to be my search, just beside the search button. Okay, so we can change that. Let's go for maybe 24 or 25. Okay, now here I want to add a label here. So that very label, let's just copy one of this label, copy and dump it right there. And I'm going to change the background to green, why not, there. And the text on it, I'm going to change that to, okay, let's change the font size anyway to about 26. And text color, we change that to, yeah, that's fine. And let's just change the contents while we're here now. I'm going to change that to Excel data entering form with search and update function. Okay, let's open that up. There we go, guys. All right, that's taken care of. Now here, let's take care of this. I'm not going to do anything just yet, but let's come straight to the spreadsheet. You see this very spreadsheet? Okay, I'm going to select from here row number 2. All I just want to do is to give it a name. Select row number 2, okay, all the way, and I've selected to the last row that I have in here. Okay, just from row number 2 up to the last row. You can also do that here, come into format and select manage name, but you can also do it here. Okay, so right there I'm just going to type in records. That is the name for these rows that I've selected. Press enter. So I've given it a name, so the name is called records. Okay, now if I select it all again, let's say I select that and come right down here, we should be able to see that name there. Look at that. Now let's go back to our visual. Okay, now in here, make sure this is selected. Once it's selected, come right down here. The first thing, let's go straight. You see where we have, I'm going to expand this a little bit. You see where we have, and close this, maybe collapse this a little bit more. Right now, where we have column count, because I have 10 rows here, if you count it, I have 10 in total. Right, I'm now going to enter column count is 10. Allow heading, okay, column header, instead of false, I'm going to make that true there. Okay, now you can see my heading is showing. Now the next thing I want to do is, you see where we have column width, I'm going to just enter in there 90 91.6 because of the size of my system. So I'm going to say comma, or you can also write 91.6 pixels, but if you write 91.6 with a semicolon, that's fine. Because I have 10 of those, I'm just going to copy this and just paste it. Let's copy again and paste. So I have delete the last column. So I've set the size of each column. The only size that I'm going to change will be the column number 4, which is for the address. You will see the reason why now. Okay, that is that done. I'm going to scroll right down. You see where we have row. See here, row source. Okay, we must enter this very name, the name we have in here, records. See, I've just copied that name. So I'm going to go back to my, okay, now that I'm back in my Visual Basic Development environment, you see where we have the row source, paste that in there, or you can just type it. Now right above it, right above the row source, don't ever forget that we have multi-select. I want to change that to multi-select. That's it right here. There we go. You see, now like I told you guys earlier on, look at the address. If I run the program now, this is what you guys are going to see. Look at that, beautiful. But look at the address. There's not enough room for the address, and we still have plenty of rooms here. So I'm going to change, the address. Address is number 4. 1 2 3 4. Select your list box, come right down here. You see, column width 1 2 3 4. So I want to change that to something maybe 150, and let's see that. There we go. You see 150. So I'm going to run the program again, and let's just see how it's going to look like. You see, we can even add maybe 5 or 10 more. You see, that's fine. I like that. So let me make it 160 and see what's going to happen. There we go. Now run it. Yeah, 160 is not bad. So we can see the address pretty much. So that's it. That's fine. So all we then need to now do is to start work with some codings. So the whole interface development is ready. So all we just need to do is add a few lines of code and we get everything rolling. Okay, with that, I'm going to call it the end of the first part of this tutorial. See you guys shortly.